Oh boy, we're live again. I actually forgot I had this thing running. Look at that. Alright, welcome people to chat. Sorry, we're loading up into our game right now. It's gaming time. Guys hyped up for patch 15. You should be. I forgot that I forgot I had this running on an 8:30 time, actually, I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay. Okay. How you doing? Oh, we're peeking, dude. We are peeking. What's up? How are you doing? Oh, we are doing great. Launch spots the tier 1 for 8 months. A wild FTG spotted. Any Tech Marine builds today? Maybe. I just posted one on a triple plasma, dude. I gotta say, recent balance takes in this game have been like, I've seen a lot of like weird ass balance takes going around in this game of like people saying, oh, certain weapons are weak, certain weapons are unusable. You know what the most hated weapon in Space Marine 2 right now is, guys? It's probably the Heroic Melta, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. The Heroic Melta's DPS isn't even that much lower than the normal like Relic tier. I think the normal Relic tier Melta in general is just a little overrated at the moment. People hate the Heroic Melta. Absolutely hate it. And the Mighty Tier 1 for 14 months. Hey, been brother? Been pretty good. So, they actually fixed up the... You can one-shot Tyranid Warriors with Block Break now. With a Heroic Volt Sniper, and that is funny as fuck, so I'm gonna do that today. Never rock Necropolis Hawks. I love a sniper with your build and it slaps. Well, I mean, the best sniper build in the game right now is just Purification, Squad Renewal, Dexterous Hands, Vantage Point, Block Break. You really don't need melee damage to Argent Edge at all. I mean, the only if you're gonna take a melee perk on Argent Edge, just take Melee Mastery, because adaptability does way less for you. This is a different damage calculation. But I mean, all you just do is take an automatic Bull Carbine, anyone you want, even the Marksman. The Bull Carbines are all better than the Heroic Instigator and the Instigator Carbine, because at the moment, this weapon does not apply the damage buff from targeted shot and lingering concealment. It only applies it to the first burst. Meanwhile, this one will apply it to like every single shot, and I'll show that in the game real quick. This is also intentional by Saber. This isn't even like a bug, I'm pretty sure, because they actually added it to more weapons this patch. I saw somebody say there's someone in my comment section today that said, no shade towards them, but they said that the Tech Marine Plasma build is struggling with Hormigons, and I'm like, we have a power sword. Like, in what universe is a power sword not working? And I also made a video a while ago where I said it was my favorite power sword build on the Bulwark is a block power sword. And one of the comments is just, you can't, block power sword is a no-go on this class. It's like, what the fuck are we even talking about? What do you mean it's a no-go? I'm just not allowed to use it when I say it's my favorite? What are we even talking about?
Unseen, I stole my target.
Yeah, so this one is just blatantly better than the Heroic Instigator.
Active camouflage.
I mean, you just get the entire burst, the entire, look at that, it's 32 damage the entire time if you do it in base. So 21, and then in the cloak. Yeah, so they kind of fucked this up. Also, if you get Vantage Point, you kind of just get to sit there and barrel stuff them the entire time. For 35 damage a shot.
Stealth.
That's gross. I'm pretty sure the Marksman Carbine can reach that too. Sounds like heretics, dude. I've seen some like truly staggeringly stupid balance takes recently. In the past week, and I think it's because Space Marine 2 is in like a lull, so like the only players left are like the hyper dedicated ones. Or the most terminally online. Not you guys, of course. Do you calculate these optimized build notes as spreadsheet style, or do you just fill it out in the simulator? It depends. There are spreadsheets for this game, but like Space Marine 2 is not really a game that like really needs spreadsheets, to be honest, for most content. It's not a very difficult game. You can make it difficult, but like the things the game actually puts before you, like absolute difficulty, most of the stratagems, most of the effects here are gimmicks, you know? Like this one, like you're getting 75% buff at ranges greater than 10 meters, and then you also buffed enemies in extreme challenge, like they kind of make up for themselves, and then you have like stuff like split up, suspicious behavior, personal quarry, and measured mercy. A game that actually requires spreadsheets is Darktide. This game does not. But if you want them, they're out there. You definitely find them. But there are spreadsheets on like all the breakpoints, but on be real, the way most players interact with Space Marine 2, they're not going to benefit from spreadsheets. I can say that something like two right now is that this game's player base, they just like their new app, mostly. But if you want those, you can definitely find them. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Space Marine 2's player base is easily influenced by just random fucking shit, I'll say that. Like, Neo Volkite gang rides up, hey, do you think Big E would ever try weed? I don't fucking know, dude. Spreadsheets won't help the heavy that gunned my teammates down. Dude, I'm gonna be real, most of this game's player base is not good enough to even benefit from spreadsheets in the first place. They don't engage with games like that. If you think spreadsheets are gonna change your success rate in the game, probably not. But they are certainly out there for the players who want them. It's not something that I do. Why bolt pistol on heavy bolt? Because it's higher DPS. Now, this right here is the best team perk on this class. It's one of the most broken team perks, underrated team perks in the entire game. This is a 10% CDR to your entire team. That is fucking nuts. And also, on the other two best builds for the Tactical and Tech Marine, guess what they both use? They both use a heavy bolt rifle, which means they will be triggering this perk, like, inevitably. And 10% CDR on a servo gun and the HOTFIX skin is fucking nuts. Also, what's the best gun in Vanguard right now? Oh, it's a bolt carbine variant, like Marksman, automatic, and guess what else this does? Headshots. What's the best gun on the Assault class right now for secondary options? I mean, this is one where like you actually might start to run out because these guys take plasma a lot. These are like the only class, these two classes. But even then, if you take bulwark and you just take a bolt pistol instead. And then what are the best guns for heavy? Let's think about that. Ooh, heavy vultures and like maybe plasma with like a secondary on a bolt pistol. How is that team perk underrated? Because people don't talk about good squad renewal actually is. They only talk about the only team perks I see glazed in this game are like secure stockpile, which this is probably the best team perk in the entire game. But maybe focus restoration is the most underrated one. I think this one's only underrated because players don't know how armor works in this game. And then you have marksmanship, 10% headshot for the team. Yeah, dude, I mean, these are fun for true solo builds, but like in a team, these are just fucking garbage. Let's see, this one affects 15% extremis and terminal enemy. Actually, honestly, even in true solo, these ones are pretty garbage. I like this one for breakpoints, that's it, on the heroic bolt sniper. But like this one works. This is a 15% buff to the two enemy types in the entire game. And the weapon spread reduction is kind of nice, but and marksmanship's a 10% buff to your headshot damage. Okay. This is just the best combo. Unless you're 4-4 True Warrior and Scholar. I mean, I take marksmanship on a lot of builds in this game, but I would never take them in teams. I would not do that. I've recently had an influx of players telling me that precise calibration is actually not as good as battle focus. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the most dangerous enemy in the entire game? Bosses. Where do runs actually end with good teams? Bosses every time. What kills bosses faster? Precise calibration, concentrate fire. Which one? Like, not to say battle focus is bad. This perk's still pretty good because it still applies a damage bonus, but damage nuking a boss in 5 seconds is absolutely cracked. I'm gonna make it another team perk list, FTG. I mean, it's pretty simple. S tier is just secure stockpile, squad renewal, and focus restoration. There's actually, I think there's one other. Oh, and like inner fire and unmasked. These are the 5 S tier perks, and then F tier is melee champion. Battlefield repairs. I might actually put this one up in A or S. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll do a tier list. First of all, I say S tier. I'm putting S tier and D tier for a tier list because S tier is always overrated. People put everything in S tier. Me too. Well, does Battle Focus stack with Auspex? No. Battle Focus used to be good. It used to be, well, it is good, but it used to be better because it would apply the damage bonuses from stuff like expert timing, So you just get a 75%. Actually, no, it would do concentrated fire and expert timing. So if you just applied a battle focus a year ago, you would get the 120% additional damage here on every single parry applied by battle focus. And then you would just take priority targeting and get them to last longer as well, if I remember correctly. But they nerfed that. So ever since then, precise calibration has been better. Gotta love the elitist players of this game. Almost as bad as the tabletop. Dude, I don't even know why there are elitist players in Space Marine 2. I do not understand. If you want that kind of game, just go play Darktide. Darktide is far more skill-based. Not to say there's no skill cap in Space Marine 2, because there is, but like this is like the Disneyland. Actually, this is the Chuck E. Cheese compared to like the Six Flags Park of Darktide. Is that a good analogy? This is the kiddie pool area, and then Darktide is where like the highest skill cap shit actually is. Like, I don't know, and like the player bases are adjacent to each other. So if you are a sweat lord and you want a chud max, just go play Darktide. It's a much better game for that. The weenie hot G. Charles Emperor Cheese. Or maybe he just likes Space Marine 2 more, though. That's fair. But you're gonna find elitist players in any game ever, because what happens is you get a cacophony of chuds that have literally nothing else going on in their life, and that's why they're good at games. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. They have literally nothing else going on in their life, so they have attached their entire personality to being good at a video game, and that's it. That's all they have. Space Marine 2 is the medieval times to Darktide's Black Death IRL experience. Exactly. King KD, I think with a £5 super chat. Death Watch Stalker Bolt concentrate for precise calibration, also nukes the end boss and decapitation within actual seconds. Yeah, that's what I used in that one build setup. It's fun. And I've seen Sweatlords on this more than Darktide because you haven't actually looked at the Darktide Sweatlords, I assure you. Darktide Sweatlords are a different breed, okay? Space Marine 2 doesn't even have... Like, the dedication of some Darktide players is truly staggering. Like, we're talking like 8,000 hours on the game, just chilling, and that's all they do. All they do is True Solo. True Solos and Darktide take multiple attempts in most cases with most builds. HG, I gotta tell you this, there are people who genuinely think the parry bug doesn't exist, dude. Yeah, I don't really care about most of the... I've seen some really ludicrous takes recently in this game. I don't know what it is, but, the Sigismund player? Okay, well, the people that usually are Sweatlords and declare themselves good at a game are usually the worst at a game. Like, people who call themselves pros at something, what's the Dunning-Kruger effect? It always looks like desperation. Like, guys, look, I am good. What's that one Tywin Lannister quote? No true king has to say, I am the king.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery to destroy the...
I mean, if you were dedicated...
The Acadians were tasked with providing assistance.
It's not always true, but if you were dedicated to, like, Tom Brady doesn't go around saying, I'm the best quarterback all day, but he is the best quarterback. Occasionally he'll say something that's like a bit diva-ish, but...
Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the plaza zone. Captain Akaram...
Oh man, the Game of Thrones.
Poor sightlines in this swamp. Emilio line cloak ready.
We do love the Bolt Sniper. Now, since they have finally fixed up Strong Start to properly work on this weapon...
Tossing frag grenade.
I gotta ask, you use mods for FOV? No, FOV is just on the PC. It's been that way for like a year plus now. Now, since all range enemies in this game already take like a 50% bonus damage from range, with the Heroic Bolt Sniper, you will just one-shot them. But to actually hit melee breakpoints, you need a bit more. I'm pretty sure this spot's bugged. I've seen a relic there every single time this patch. But you can actually one-shot Tyranid Sword Warriors through their block right now with targeted shot. Which is pretty funny, and like the proper damage setups. And since we don't have versatile precision, we get to take versatility instead, though Indomitable Spear is probably a bit better. But with versatility, you can get up to like truly ludicrous amounts of damage.
Active camouflage charged.
I take marksmanship on. I take renewal. We lost our power. So the funny thing is, you can one-shot the you can one-shot the Tyranid Warriors with their block. You cannot one-shot the Bio Wars. They are built different. I do this. I mean, you one-shot them through this with targeted shot. Triple Bio for fun.
They shall not see me. Tyranid bio active camouflage charged. Reloading. Chameleon line cloak activated. Chameleon line cloak ready.
Well, technically the Biowars aren't blocking, they have armored zones. Interesting.
I am a phantom of death.
Now your secondary here also just does like ludicrous amounts of damage right now. So if you were to like sit there and just, so if you stack all your damage buffs like Vantage Point on top of the Lingering Concealment buff, on top of versatility for that damage period, this thing will just obliterate guys. You just walk up to his own throw. So even if you miss all your old sniper shots like me, you will you still have a secondary that just positively fucking slaps on this build.
I have eyes on the guard camp. No sentries posted.
Any player here, do you prefer block melee over, say, fencing? Not sure which one is best would be. I mean, block I would say is overall the best, but I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say there is a single best weapon type in the game currently. It really is situational. Because like there are points where the stagger of block is just going to be better than parry of a fencing weapon, and vice versa. I'd say overall though, I would say block is better in the most situations in the game.
Our demolition codes.
Outside of things like the Argent Edge. The Argent Edge is fucking broken.
Tyranids have no vibrant tactics.
Kyo breeze the £5 super chat. What do you call a Japanese ninja who likes a superpowered gene? A quirkless shinobi. Hello, Kyo breeze. I just looked at you the other day. How did you show up? I followed you on my new Twitter.
Ready. Nothing spotted. Chameleon line cloak ready. Chameleon line cloak activated.
Ow, 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 ow.
Casino stealth. Just personnel files here. Active camouflage charged.
It never ceases to be funny.
Stealth ready.
How are you, man? What's your Twitter? Let me follow. My Twitter is in my channel description. I have a new Twitter made for this channel.
Codes retrieved.
Maybe I wasn't posting on the Quirkless one.
And complete the demolition preparations.
I think I've posted on Quirkless Shinobi in a year. I've been enraptured by this game. There's a Twitter tour guardsman now? Yes, there is. Alright, let's go to the medium. Personally prefer fencing more because I like, there was a time where like block was almost strictly better than fencing, but Now with the new heroics they have, and now with the new just some of the balance changes they made, new weapons, stuff like the salamander power sword as well. I don't think it's a guarantee. But you know, Space Marine 2, people ask all the time, like, what's the best in Space Marine 2? Guys, Space Marine 2 is not a game that is designed to force a player to use the best option every single time. That's just not, like, what are you playing the game for at that point? That's
Never seen Promethean in the raw. Hope it burns all the same.
really a lot of damage. So shots.
Active camouflage. Alien bioform emitted. Unseen, I stalk my target. Stealth ready. They shall not see. Camellia line cloak ready.
Oh, that sucks.
And active camouflage charge. Camellia line engaged.
Do they feel it? They always feel it.
Stealth ready. Unseen, I stalk my target. Rearming.
It's good to see this.
Camellia line cloak activated.
If you uploaded on both, you would be unstoppable. I'm pretty sure Forklift Shinobi. I haven't uploaded in so long. I don't think I'm a partner on that channel anymore. I'd have to upload again.
Readying next volley. Xenos love crawling beneath us.
It was a risky business trying to take those.
Active camouflage charge. They shall not. Changing magazine.
Now the nice thing about the bolt sniper is if you ever do run into an earth rope, you don't really care because you just obliterate them.
There is a lift sniffing around us.
Speak of the devil, by the way.
Stealth ready.
Now,
Aim for the head. Reloading. Camellia line cloak ready.
how does it do this?
Camellia line cloak active. Active camouflage charged. So and fro. Strike it down with haste. End it the ravenous ravens. Camellia line cloak ready. We stand triumphant over the tyrannies.
That's the beauty of the bolt sniper, is that it just gets rid of the most annoying enemies in this game. So I'll tell you, when you play with things like Plasma, you very quickly realize, wow, zoanthropes and neurothropes are like incredibly obnoxious.
Inserting fresh magazine.
So Stalker bolt rifles, anything that obliterates those guys, like the precision servo, Soccer ball rifle does not matter, dude. Make your life way easier. Last Fusel melts neurothreats, that it does. Unfortunately, the last Fusel is like the worst gun in this class right now. Not because it's bad, because how the perks work on this guy right at the moment. Yeah.
Our orders are clear. Advance.
Now, Vantage Point is an awkward perk. But that's okay.
Melter charge. Impressive.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude promethium well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
I'd rather take survivability than extra damage you're supposedly getting from block stamps. You're not convincing me to use block. Well, block actually gives you more survivability than the fencing weapons usually. It also restores your armor. It also gives you a 60% damage reduction against range and obtain perfect block, which in some cases can actually save your life, because armor damage caps against enemy melee attacks. So let's say if you're fighting a boss in Space Marine 2, and you don't have... Oh, please do this. True solo buff. That was almost fun. I almost got them all.
Time to get to work, machine.
Rites of activation have been observed.
But say if you're fighting a boss 1v1 like a Hellbrute or something, and there's no Minoris for you to parry, guess which weapons can give you more armor back? The damage cap against the next melee attack. Gonna be block. Where the fuck you getting armor from your gun strike? Unless it's a assault, but even then you can still get gun strike. People act like you can't get gun strikes without parrying either. It's just not true.
Generator 4 has their attention.
X-axis aligned. On the opposite side, generator 4 is close to finish. Competitions. Provide service before components are bombed.
Our adversaries are keen to lose again. They fail in their quest for aid. Tyranids repel brothers. Active camouflage charged. Helio line engaged. Their numbers are no match for our training.
I like how the fencing versus block discussion is still ongoing. Even though a lot of people arguing for it don't even know how either weapon works.
Y-axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Blessed be the omniscience divine.
Right, to back it up again, block is terrible. Yeah, dude, block is terrible. This is rage bait. Block is so terrible, it's just been used in the hardest clears in this game on like 80% of the content. Crazy. Block is so bad, it just keeps showing up in the hardest content.
Eliminates these unholy fluctuations.
You know what, dude, if you want me to take your if you want people to take your opinion on block weapons being terrible, tell me how they work.
Inserting fresh magazine.
I don't think most people say block weapons are even terrible. We don't like them. I think it's more of a preference thing at that point. Saying they're bad, that's just not true. Felt that. Tyranid will remember that.
Tyranids have no mind for tactics.
Stealth ready.
Demolition deployment sequence concluded. No errors logged under the omniscience watchful oculus.
Command.
Video series on debunking rage bait. It's been a lot of rage bait in the SMG community. I guess we'll take the Melta Bomb because Melta Bombs are cracked, but Pyro Blasters are more fun.
backpack.
Trevor says block is bad. Seems like a Sigismund. I don't think most people say block is bad. I don't think I've actually seen a take that block is bad in ages. Of all my testing with block, no gun strikes at all. Okay, well, just tell us how block works, because there's a pretty easy litmus test here to find out if you know what you're talking about. Especially considering I just told you. Now, I have seen some crazy takes. People say that, like, oh my god, what did I do to deserve this? Okay, this is why we take the,
They shall not smile superior attack, Xenos, Emilio line cloak ready. Alien bioform eliminated. Unseen, I stalk my target.
oh, we took the
Inserting
bomb.
fresh magazine.
And I have many hours from Siege 4, level 25, and all characters, relic weapons, and some heroics. Dude, that doesn't... I'm glad that you're max level in the game. It doesn't mean that... doesn't automatically make your opinion
Emilio line
correct.
cloak activated. Get eyes on this spot. Active camouflage charge. Their numbers are no match for our training.
It's true for me as well.
Rearming.
Why, it's called opinion, you know? Well, I've seen, like, the opinion of, like, one defense type is just de facto best in all situations in this game. It's just already not true. I don't think anyone's going to tell me that a block weapon is 100% of the time better than an Argent Edge. And vice versa.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction.
Still is really
efforts
good.
as
Hell
long as
yeah,
you
it
can.
is. Just those clean. I believe it comes out to be 1 billion damage exactly. That's the official calculation.
I will hold you to that.
I am a phantom of death. Stealth ready. Synaptic servant slaughter.
We just missed him while you're sitting completely still. Thank god, there's a little ammo box over there. I thought we were just overzealous.
Brothers, Xenos descending.
What can we say? I never claimed to be Sigismund, guys. Your favorite champion skin? Probably the Black Templar one. I'm also pretty sure the Black Templar one's the most popular one in the entire game.
Emilio line engaged. Emilio line cloak ready. Emilio line cloak activated. Stealth ready. Alien bioform.
Where
Tyranid
is
high beast
guy?
sighted. They shall not see. Active camouflage charge. Focus fire on the Tyranid gun beast. Death was the only possible outcome for that Tyranid.
Maybe just one shot back guy through his block on accident, but you know what? That's why we took the melta bomb.
Melter charge planted.
That on the value melter right there.
Stealth ready. I am a phantom of death. Remain on guard. A most impressive cleansing, brothers. Emilio line cloak ready. That Zoanthrope has played its last mind.
I need a boss spawn the finale here too.
Stealth ready.
Objective on the other side.
Is block and fencing depends on the weapon? Definitely depends on the weapon. I would actually go as far as say that like all the relic tier fencing weapons are dog shit now compared to their block counterpart, unless you're using the Argent Edge. Because the Argent Edge is kind of like, if you're using fencing, why would you not be using the Argent Edge in the class doesn't want fencing? It's like Tech Marine. You want a fencing weapon? You take Salamander Sword or block.
They're onto us. Time to start picking them off.
Or so you take a Salamander Sword or an Argent Edge, excuse me. And then tactical, you want fencing? Take Argent Edge. You want block? You take a White Scarf Chainsword. Maybe the fencing power axe. FTG, I would use the Power Gladius and Sniper. I had many a video on that.
Tyranids have no violent tactics. Active camouflage charge. Emilio line engaged. Inserting fresh magazine.
This fence power is good because the gun spikes after the back step. It's that, and also the fact it can still stagger enemies on the power wave. Like fencing is, power axe is very good in general. I mean, the block power axe is still better than the fencing one. I like leaps and bounds, I would say, but they're both good. They both work.
Munitions here.
You know, I'm actually taking these shock nades because the one thing we kind of lack on this build is horde clear. Or I should say fast horde clear, because the Argent Edge, this is where the fencing chainsword can actually be a bit better, is that the Argent Edge, not exactly well known for its
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
its horde clear.
Tyranids on the
This weapon's actually quite slow, so what happens is you start doing this shit over and over. So if it's just Minoris, like this section of the map, it's a bit obnoxious.
Stealth ready.
Xeno scum on scope. Rearming.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Active camouflage charged.
Look at that DPS on this thing. If you want to use your pistol, you can, because you can do this.
Tyranids have no violent tactics.
How fast that kills him. That is with versatility, though. Keep that in mind. So like everything going for us.
Emilio line cloak ready.
Unseen, I stalk my target. Stealth ready.
They shall not sleep. Active camouflage charged. Preparing. Readying next volley.
You are clear to detonate.
Oh, I guess we don't have a second boss bomb. That's cool.
We will stop their advance cold.
Well, hop it.
Man, if they gave us an FOV slider on console, I never asked for anything again. I think it's just a... I mean, I've heard multiple conversations on this. People saying like, oh, it's not a performance thing.
Swarm annihilation.
I imagine it would be, though.
Excellent work. Move to extract. Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready.
Go.
Go. Extraction. This place is falling apart.
Let's see what we got here. See my sexy damage number. Let's see. Well, let's roll up in the chat. Okay, just my honest opinion. Also, FTG, you have to be the most unenthusiastic tuber I've seen. Your voice is just a monotone, and it feels somewhat tiring to hear. Are your videos good? I mean, if you need me to jangle keys in front of you, I can probably do that. You just seem to type. Are there good use cases for block weapons on Techmarine? Definitely the worst for him. Oh, look at that. We got my ordeals done. Okay. Guess now we do this. Tell you what, to the guy who doesn't understand how block weapons work, I have an amazing video for you. I have an amazing video for you. This will teach you everything you need to know. This will enlighten you. This might actually be the most necessary video you've watched in this game in your entire life, because you're actually just being a bit of a dickhead to all the people in chat now that are correcting you. Just watch this and then come back. And then I'll give you a quiz on how the block weapons work. And then we'll post it on screen. Join the Discord too. I'll give you a 5. It'll be a 10-point quiz. Quick quiz. Block is the way. Brother, you can't talk about the keys and then not deliver, dude. Think FTG can afford a car? What keys am I gonna have? You think I can afford a house, dude? Keys to like my keys to the kingdom, maybe. The fuck is this armor? It's a Necropolis Hawk. We're gonna go for a max damage build on the heavy now. This may not. Don't try this at home, folks, because this may be a little sus. Now, when you're taking Adamant Hunter, it's actually pretty good. So when you're taking Adamant Hunter here for 25% buff on your headshot damage. If you can use some of the sniper build you just used, yeah, it's just this. Actually, no, it's this. Excuse me. Maybe we took the wrong perk there at some point. You actually get more damage. Do I sound like an ass? Maybe. Do I care? No. That is something an ass would say. It's not hard to not be a jerk. Yeah, especially when you're wrong. You know, being rude and confidently incorrect is certainly a mix. That's, you know, it's 9 a.m. in the morning, but I find this all mildly entertaining, so you may remain. I'm gonna go use the bathroom though real quick. Grab more. Okay. Back. A little detour. Why are you not using the heroic pistol? Because this patch they buffed up. I didn't even know about this initially. They buffed up the bolt pistol to work with lingering concealment and target shot. I don't know. So I don't know what the recent influx is of like players being utterly obsessed with like what's the actual single best option I can use at all times in this game. This game has more viable builds than ever right now. I don't get it. Some people just can't admit when they're wrong, just like a woman. Okay, well, I mean, you didn't have to throw in the random... Was it really necessary, dude, to just throw in, like, the random sexism at the very end? This dude's just like, yeah, that guy's wrong. You know who else is wrong? Women. Okay, dude. You say that he found this argument amusing, you could hear it minutes ago. Yeah, it's amusing because you're fucking stupid, dude. And you're blatantly wrong, and you don't know how the weapons work in the game. But is he wrong, FTG? I mean, yeah, I would say so. Single best option is the one that complements your play style. That could definitely be true. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people recently. It's probably because Space Marine 2 has been a bit of a lull since patch 13. There hasn't been a lot of like major new content coming out.
Scans show the Tyranid numbers growing exponentially within the Hive City. Retaking those sectors is a lost cause. Bombardment from orbit risks collateral damage, so we need a more targeted approach.
Didn't even mean to launch this one, oops, that was supposed to be in Brazil.
From the Navy supplies in the Astra Militarum depot and deliver the payload by rail.
I'm pretty sure I just interrupted 50 people watching that video, but oops.
As the Codex dictates,
My bad.
Advance to the Militarum depot to requisition payload. Intel suggests the city remains unbreached by Gene Stealer cults.
Do you have a problem with that, FTG, that you're being blatantly incorrect and rude to people? I mean, yeah, I mean, you're not being that rude, but you're being pretty fucking stupid.
Engaging Tyranid combatants. Visibility low. Rely on all specs readings.
You know what, dude? I think I tire of you. Behold the man. May you chud elsewhere in peace.
Arid landscape. Dust swirls can arise with little warning. If conditions obscure the path, look for the flashing guideposts.
Xenos countermeasures successful. Atmospheric conditions have returned to normal.
Advance when it is clear.
You know, being an elaborate rage baiting boss, this game's community, you never know. Supposed to be. Look at that damage buff. So if you want to go like extra crazy here, you can damage yourself to trigger the Adamant Hunter. But that's a little bit of risky business.
Taking cover is advisable, but unnecessary.
The rage bait was funny until you randomly threw in misogyny. That was a different guy. That was a different guy.
Iron Halo online. Atmospheric conditions have returned to normal.
I'm not gonna do this on fucking ballistic engine. I'm gonna do this on termination. It's way more fun. Actually, termination is awful for this. We're supposed to have cool bots like Skynet by now, dude. There has been a recent influx and like, dude, honestly, AI is going to fucking ruin the internet, people. So, have you guys seen the new shorts thing? Where like now YouTube has, you have to get 20 million views of shorts a month. 20 million. Which is absurd to be monetized on shorts. So like, you know what that's going to lead to now? Going to lead to an absolute cacophony of just relentless AI spam. $20 million views is like fucking absurd, by the way. FTG tries size the Emperor's Rip on heavy, looks peak, or done that. Yeah, 20 trillion. Is like actually an absurd amount. Not 20 trillion, 20 million. Is it? Yeah, 20 trillion is an absurd amount, but 20 million views on a shorts. To put that in perspective, like Space Marine 2 shorts almost always do pretty well. And even on like a peak month for me, that's like 15 million. And that is a lot. A lot for most channels. If you're just like an average YouTuber just starting out, like you're just not gonna get those views unless you're like AI slopping, which is probably what's gonna happen across the entire board now, is that everyone's gonna AI slop, and it will just be a slop arena of endless AI slop. There will be no escape. The slop cometh. Let's do this. You're my favorite SM2 slop buddy. Thanks, man. Who would win a slop off, FTG or Mystery? Trick question. The obvious choice is me. If you watched my content a year ago and liked it, my content's honestly just like objectively better now, so I don't know how you can not like it now. This is literally just an upgrade. Everyone's gonna take this. We're gonna use the yellow gun. We don't even have that yet. How shameful. So you take it on reclamation. Fuck it, we'll do it on term. And the finale here kind of sucks, but that's okay. What do you suggest for my first heroic weapon purchase? Probably the Argent Edge. That's just kind of nuts. I do remember you saying that FTG is a Mr. E subsidiary. That is true. We are a Mr. E subsidiary. So the Argent Edge almost trivializes parrying. Well, I'm pretty sure the Argent Edge was supposed to be a bug fix.
A Hierophant.
Or it was supposed to be a fix initially, where like they were gonna change it.
Seconds.
But they fucked it up instead.
Cannons are strong enough to bring down that beast and the towers. Even with your aid, we do not have the forces to penetrate the main gate. You will need another way in.
Understood.
This path will lead you into the jungle and towards the fortress. May the Emperor grant you success.
We need to proceed. Captain Akara, it is imperative we access the fortress's weapons.
The front gate is inaccessible, so you must enter from below. Fortress schematics show a waste reclamation center. Travel beneath
So,
the tenement and up
for
into
this
the
build
fortress.
here, I would just say be a little careful if you're taking thermal boost. Fortitude is definitely the better perk option, because with Fortitude, you can just go crazy and not care about losing your damage that much. With thermal boost, yes, your damage will be superior, but also a bit of danger.
Fragmentation device in play. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat.
Now, you'll be wondering, why do we take thermal boost on this one when, like, this gun auto-cools all the time? Because thermal boost will work on half your magazine. Which means once you're in range to trigger discipline in this game, thermal boost is already doing work.
Lockdown sector. Exit enhanced tactic ready.
Look at that damage. So now, we have a 30% use scale. Okay. Right now, we have a 30% buff. Whenever our Iron Halo's in cooldown right now, with our thermal boost active, it's a 30% range damage buff. While Iron Halo's active, we have a 45% range damage buff. And if we do get damage nuked for whatever reason, that's going to be crazier. And now we have Discipline active as well, as you can see in the active perks. So we have another 25% damage buff on top of that. Now that's all gone. But the point is, in like a hectic boss fight, we're using all your ammo. You're gonna do work.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Is there any reason to take a two-handed weapon on the Bulwark? Because you like it. If you like the two-handed weapon, take the two-handed weapon. This is the worst weapon on him technically, but worse doesn't mean bad. This is something I see come up in conversation a lot recently. It's like people are like, oh, it's the worst on this class. Oh, it's the worst on this class. It's like, okay, but worse does not mean unusable. When we talk about something being viable in a video game, we're asking, like, can this weapon perform well enough to be used at a high difficulty? And that's pretty much true for every gun in the game. This guy. But since we don't have heavy immunity, you can dodge those, otherwise we can sit right through them.
Iron Halo online. Long range Tyranid reported dead. New path ahead. Route clear. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Observe ground. Suppress elite Tyranid unit. Raven put down.
shoot him in the ass. See, it's much better thing to do here.
Explosive. Ready. Elite level Xenos. Pacified. Iron Halo ready. Relevant Tyranid obliterated. Tyranid invasion thwarted.
What about damage buff?
Bioform neutralized.
Another question is, was Adamant Hunter worth taking here? Maybe not. I don't think Adamant Hunter's as good as Magazine Restoration, just because the drip feed of HP is a bit better. Because usually on this class, in my experience, when you do lose HP on this guy, you almost always get back like at least half of it because of how your guns work. So having a perk that triggers on the HP loss but not the CHP loss is usually a bit better than one that requires you to be at low HP. But hey, damage is damage, and like maybe it'll help us later.
Enhanced tactic ready. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat.
All hail the SM2 goat. Where is he?
We approach the reclamation center entrance.
The hive ships are moving into range of the capillary towers. We are in Kadaka's final
You ever play
hours.
Siege? I play a lot of Siege, but Siege mode isn't like, I mean, the patch 13 rework wasn't very interesting, and Siege mode has not really, it's been kind of an undercooked mode for about a year now.
Iron Halo tactics. Elite level Xenos. Pacified.
I'm curious to see what the player numbers are. I'm pretty sure more people play Siege now than they did after, but Siege has not been remotely as popular as it was upon the initial release. But part of that's because part of it's because the mode itself is undercooked.
Cut off its call for aid. Now. Enemy request prevented.
Okay.
Zone removed from combat.
I like Siege for a bit of dumb fun. I think it's actually a more popular mode now than it was in like the year after they released it initially, because Siege mode was really only interesting for a select few players. I think it's actually more casual friendly now than it was before, but
Iron Halo online.
the reason I like Siege was like Siege pushing, stuff like that when it came out, and that's not really fun anymore. Now it's just grenade launcher spam. It's not even fun to watch.
We are committed to this course. The reclamation machines are inactive.
We must find and wake up all of the machine consoles to reach the battle.
Enhanced tactic ready. Intercepting projectiles. The fortress remains sealed. We have to activate these consoles.
Oops.
Tyranid eliminated. Victor marked our presence. Iron Halo online. Military platforms remain sealed. We have to activate these consoles.
Admin Hunter will trigger eventually. One day.
Xenos countermeasures successful.
This gun's actually surprisingly good with thermal boost. I kind of like underestimated how fast this one overheats compared to other options, because the big problem with all the heavy vultures in this game is that they don't overheat very fast. This one overheats very quickly. That's why they have the reinforced gunstrike perk. It actually helps us out here and use your restart damage bonus a lot more quickly.
Then we will remove this material. Ready.
That's sort of down here, isn't it?
Invasive material located.
If we are to fix this, we must destroy the spores that spawn these mines. System accessible.
We'll check for the relic down here, why not?
Enhanced tactics ready.
It'll trigger off of half ammo too, so it'll always be on a certain point. That's also true. That's why it's good. You do give up the best perk, but that's okay. Can I just awaken the consoles? That's too much to ask. Yeah, I thought about taking professional penetration on this, but that perk is totally redundant. It's already have 4 piercing on the heavy vulture. That the only time that's ever really coming into play is against Formigons, and you're already shred through them.
Symptoms indicate the presence
Ever
of
since the body shot damage buff.
Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat. Iron Halo ready. Execute Iron Halo tactics.
Return to available console to reawaken.
Iron Halo online. Iron Halo protocol controllers. Mark Xenos combatant. Specialized bioform neutralized.
That is a lot of extra damage. Feels good. That heavy rework better given the option to use a knife. I mean, if they gave this guy a melee weapon, he just becomes way more entertaining to play. It really depends, because you gotta think where the 11th edition codex is gonna be like,
Iron Halo ready.
right? So that might affect Space Marine too. If they just suddenly say in like one random codex, like, oh, also you could your heavy here gets a your heavy intercessor gets a combat knife, then why not just add it to the game?
High priority Tyranid eliminate. Enhanced tactic ready.
I was just watching how you have a suppressor on your bolt pistol. It's just the Raven Guard champion skin. And want to do the hard weekly. Dude, that one sucks. Also on Disruption, and Disruption, I don't know if it's just me, chat. Disruption eats my frames, like it devours them. Relentlessly devours my frames in this game. Metal 5 in the tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Thanks for being a pimp, FTG. I don't know if I'm a pimp.
Connection to core controls established. Praise the Messiah. System restoration complete. Primary controls reset.
Halo, what? We can go. Open the door.
I gotta say, it's just shockingly effective. Maybe I was sleeping on thermal boost with a rogue heavy bolter.
Head onto the cannons and remind the Xenos of whom they dare to
Me too, is dropping to 30. Yeah, this game's performance is a little sus on some maps. Oh, Relic? Well, now we're just cooking.
Relic possesses restorative properties. Ready for next encounter.
Does it change the sound? Yeah, it does.
Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat. Observe ground. Conversion in operation. Class tyranny. Prepare to counter.
That's what I mean. Your guns get you back some of the HP on this guy that admin hunters don't really like to trigger.
Xenos countermeasure was successful.
Oh, if I've been to tier 1.
Intercepting projectiles.
Alright, let's just do this. We're just gonna charge this all the way up for thermal boost as well.
Iron Halo online. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Deploying crack grenade. Terminated Victor class combatant. Ravener kill confirmed.
This week's hard strat is easy as fuck with bots using FTG's combi flamer build. Yeah, the sniper is just cracked in hard strats and off. It's definitely the best class for them right now. I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, Tax the best class, you know, Bulwark's the best class. And I kind of agreed for a long time, but I was like, wait a second. Sniper just wins 100% of the time, pretty much. Sniper wins 100% of the time on some of the most broken modifier setups in the entire game. That's the really crazy part. And Space Marine 2 is also a game where like you cannot avoid 100% of damage, which means other classes will just suffer and die eventually, where he won't. We're like put it into a 100 match string.
Elite level Xenos. Classified. Nullify combatant before it rallies more enemies. summons reinforcements. Additional enemies incoming.
Sniper purification is so OP. It certainly is.
Detected.
Pretty nuts.
Eradicated. A resupply down. Target Xenos bio. Iron Haven ready. Conversion field operational.
I mistimed that.
Atomic call from Iron Haven online. Ammunition restocked. The lift will take us to the cannons.
I gotta say, I'm getting way more value out of thermal boost this game than I thought I would. Maybe it's not actually much of a gimmick here. I mean, Fortitude is just such an enormously powerful perk that I would obviously recommend that, because then you can kind of just trigger Adamant Hunter and not care. But Adamant Hunter doesn't trigger that much on this guy in general, in my opinion. Like, you kind of have to play around it. You have to, like, damage yourself, which I don't think most players are going to want to do.
Eyes on the Hierophant.
It will fall to the Emperor's might. To the cannons!
Specialized bioform neutralized.
What a nerd. He knows the perk names and how they work. Yeah, it could be Indie Pride. What are you up to, Indy? Are you gassed for Total War 40k? I'd imagine so. What's good? What's up, Jack? Well, everyone's here today. Look at that.
Iron Haven ready. Intercepting projectiles.
You are near the last cannons. You will need to find the manual controls to operate them.
Console located. Enhanced tactic ready. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system non-functional. Initializing secondary system.
Sonic hit.
No, what's that? True. Only the biggest 40k game ever.
Solution. Stick that hurt.
Bang.
Xenos countermeasures successful. The Hierophant aims its weapons at us. Solid hit.
Defense cannon depleted. Engage auxiliary generators to resume fire.
Iron Haven ready. Zone for contact. Ready anti-psychic tactics. Specialized. It expel. Activate the generators. Recharge the last cannons. Zone throw neutralized.
That's where heavy immunity's nice because you wouldn't have God, I hate this finale.
Iron payload protocol in progress.
So now is the only part of this mission I don't like. Everything else is fine.
Generators.
Yeah, if you're really trying to min-max field adjustment, okay.
Conversion field operational.
Oh, Termagon's gotta die. Termagons actually do a surprising amount of HP damage.
Generator active expels its pollution. Cannons ready.
What's up with the gray border on his name? That's because he's a verified YouTuber. After like 100k subs, you get a big old plaque that confirms you are. I mean, I guess a YouTube verified guy.
Communion successful. Cannon targeting enabled.
Bang.
That hurt it. The Hierophant aims its weapons at us. Keep space from Tyranids biological waste.
You've played 2 heavy games since the cave was released. I think start anytime. Start playing more anytime. Think about how much fun you could be having.
Solid hit.
Oh my god, he's dropping it right on me.
It expels its pollution.
Oh, he just fucking died. We're too powerful.
Become defiled by the
Can I even hit him from here?
expulsions.
Yes.
It is death.
I think I've ever shot them from over there before.
Recharge the last cannons.
That means this guy's gonna miss his shots like entirely here now. Now this game always gives you like 1 extra horde, I find. So every time I play
Sending projectiles.
on this fucking map, give me that. Now all you guys can just die. Yeah, every time I play this map, it always gives me like 1 horde more than I wanted.
No additional threats incoming. Iron payload protocol in progress.
I want none, so I should say it really gives me infinitely more.
Enhanced attack. The Hierophant aims its weapons at us.
This is risky business, not actually. Okay.
Engaged. We can fire the defensive cannons. Iron payload online. Engaging elite countermeasures. Venus displaying evasive behavior. Elite level Venus. Classify. It expels its pollution.
I don't know, directly landed on my face.
Iron Halo ready. Execute Iron Halo tactics. Tyranid unit sighted. Zone probe tag. Engage light shields. Zone probe. Xenos countermeasures successful. The Hierophant aims its weapons at us.
Now, I'm pretty sure Admin Hunter has triggered for a grand total of... Well, I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Hold on. I'm pretty sure Admin Hunter's triggered for a grand total of like 3 seconds here in our match. Probably less than that, actually. Alright, we're just doing this now. Here. Bang. How do you feel about the combi Melta on tactical? It's actually pretty good. Actually makes up for like a lot of his struggles where it gives you stagger, it gives you HP back, it gives you pretty decent ammo economy, it gives you horde clear options. I like that gun. I don't think it's like a top tier option. I think it's just solidly mediocre. Pretty good. I would take it over the normal bolters. Say that. What a hoot that was. You'd rather have it last longer before you stim. That's true. That's the problem with thermal boosts is you're actually pretty squishy if you lose all of your HP. We're quite squishy otherwise. I guess we could do the weekly. I don't think I've even done it. I did it on the some strats. I guess I probably should max my accolades pretty soon, shouldn't I? Takes so long. Takes so flippin' long. All right. FTG shows our attack combi melta build now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do a zealous blow. Ample ammunition. That's grass build. We're gonna use Death's Grasp to make it the Power Fist one. Why not? Take that shit straight to the Hive Tyrant. Love the idea of the heroic Melta, but it's so bad. Dude, the heroic Melta is like not even that much worse than the normal Melta. People just hate on that thing relentlessly. I think the normal Melta is just overrated, and then people by proxies don't like the slightly worse version of it.
Lieutenant Titus predicts the Tyranid's Hive Tyrant is leading a swarm along a corridor toward the astropathic relay. We are inserting you near a bridge held by the Imperial Guard that intersects with its path. You will level the whole structure and crush that Xenos monstrosity in the collapse.
Visual on drop zone. Setting down.
Well, gee, I think with the Prime.
Assist in the defense of the bridge until you confirm that the Xenos overlord...
Top Chapter Master also Ghost Parry fix when? We'll never know. Maybe one day.
An inglorious death for an ignoble alien overlord. Fitting.
They did say they're gonna do like a Melta rework at some point here. There's that.
Delta Wing, box check. Meridian en route.
Thalassa has landed, and soon a tyrant will fall.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay. Maintain Volk's reports. Damocles out.
Now, it may look like we're using the Death Wash Fist here, but I assure you, this is the Death Grass Fist. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna restart that. I love it when the parry, speaking of parry phase bug there, you know, I'm gonna look at the replay of that right now. I'm pretty sure one parry phase there, and then they just all clowned on me. Let's see. Maybe I just fucking missed. Let me see. Oh, that was definitely. Oh, was that a parry phase? Yeah, that was definitely at least one parry phase. Wonderful. People say that bug doesn't exist. I was trying to think. There are a lot of times we use offensive weapon in this game where you just randomly take HP damage. I'm like, In a Hormigón horde, I'm like, why is that? Because even the fabled. We're gonna take off the Death Wash skin just to not confuse people. Because people always come to the chat all the time and are like, how does this, this takes 5 shots to kill anything important? I mean, so does a normal Melter rifle. But the Salamander Melta has better damage, and better damage fall off, and better and the fire rate isn't even that much slower. The main thing you're giving up is like an instant shot. That's about it.
Lieutenant Titus predicts the Tyrannid's Hive Tyrant is leading a swarm along a corridor toward the astropathic relay. We are in... Assist in the defense of the bridge until you confirm that the Xenos Overlord has entered the kill zone. Then trigger the detonation.
An inglorious death for an ignoble alien overlord. Fitting.
Delta Wing, box check.
This.
Viridian reporting. Approaching landing zone.
Thalassa has landed, and soon a tyrant will fall.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay. Maintain Volk's reports. Damocles out.
This place crawls with Xenos and bombers. The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its cubs. I am the righteous storm, avenging angel, disposal. The survivor falls for ill-begotten. Lust.
How Deathgrass Power officially is just that weapon. I would say against Chaos, the Thunderhammer is probably a bit better. It's because of the AoE on the actual aftershocks.
Be as an angel of death. That
pitiful Xenos was but horrible. Natural energies. Be they psychic or Xenos in nature, I cannot say. Another alien falls to the Imperiums. My bones are overwhelmed. The only aid to this filth will be their cleansing.
Oh, it's free. FTG was the hotfix? Well, I mean, it's 14.1, so it's the same one as 4.
Jump back with you. Silence their call for aid. The Xenos infestation is steady.
Now, keep in mind, the Minoris will also count for the purposes of the follow-up shot. Not just the Majoris.
Xenos hunger is insatiable, but the Imperium is dominant.
I just feel a vehicle section in Space Marine 3. I don't think you're gonna see vehicles in Space Marine 3. Maybe in the campaign, like a set piece. That's about it.
Jump pack refuel. We stand in victory against this foul tyranny.
Watch him run out of the gunstrike range. Let him go. Fucking guy.
Imperium's hammer rises to strike. Avenging angel will expose you. That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight.
I wish the game had a damage meter for the operations. It'd be nice to have info exactly how good some perks are. Well, there's a battle simulator for that. You can check.
And that one's victory riding for its rise reinforcements. Our foes call for aid.
Is Heavy Bolter good for heavy? Yes. I'd argue that and the Heavy Plasma are his best guns. Honestly, I'd say the Heavy Bolter is probably the best overall because like fencing carry window just lets you do things you can't do otherwise. But Heroic Heavy Plasma is also really strong. It's between those two.
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its
Here you can actually trigger the gun strikes on the zone throws. by getting the executes on them. Let's hit him.
That pitiful Xenos was but a horrible life. I am the righteous storm. Jump pack refuel. We have purged the zone from mind and matter. Xenos' hunger is insatiable, but the Imperium is indomitable. I am airborne ready. Xenos perish. Send their numbers. The Imperium's hammer rises to strike. Jump pack refuel. The Xenos infestation is settled.
See, the charge hits are still pretty good on this. You don't actually need the God. That's grasp really is just like the infinite loop.
Brothers, together we go.
This soil shall bear the corpse of a hive tyrant lord.
The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
This game, your power fist has changed. I mean, this is just a Deathcraft's power fist. Where do you see it change?
Explosive offering prepared.
Olympus stalks us. It seeks to prey. The Xenos.
I just like how most melee weapons versus charge attack simulators. I don't think most are.
More charges somewhere
That's
amongst
probably
this
the only
confusion.
one. Happy streaming, FTG. Thank you, ChewFap. Okay.
Take flight. Let terror fall. Our monster swollen. Avenging angel.
There you go.
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its carcass.
Rain cleansing fire.
I guess we'll take Sanctified Wrath. Pretty good perk option.
Jump pack review.
Builds has to be one of the most fun melee builds. I don't know if I'd say it's one of the most fun. It's definitely one of the easiest. I would say this is the easiest build in the entire game per assault. Literally, all you have to do is just light spam, land on Horde's Zealous Blow, and repeat. Also, the nice thing about Death's Grasp is your base strength is like 15 on this thing, which that does affect the Zealous Flow or the ground pound damage.
We need only await
Quite a
the
bit.
creature now.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge, and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Order returns to the very soul. I am the righteous. Jump pack refuel. Another alien falls to the Imperium's key.
Alright, we're exiting the station now. All the snipers. I have 5 snipers in this fucking corner. Perish. Last one of you.
But the Imperium is dominant.
I definitely noticed more snipers this batch. Like, disgustingly high amount, honestly. That's just rude. Could have killed him.
Another alien falls to the Imperium's key blade.
You think playing alone is easier than bots or teammates? No, teammates give you team perks, and like unless your teammates are on the diabolical warpath to like pick the worst team perks in the entire game. I mean, imagine you have one Vanguard with inner fire, or like just one sniper with squadron. No, like sort of the Hellbar build here, but secure stockpile attack, aligned aim, even transhuman physiology, all these things help you out tremendously.
I am airborne ready.
Double armor from executes on your tech marine or like more equipment.
Such illustrious company in the rear ranks.
Team perks are pretty strong in Space Marine too. You don't get those at all in solo.
The beast that commands the swarm will arrive.
And the hardest part of Space Marine 2 is the boss fights anyways. And even though there is a lower threat modifier in the true solo, the thing that kills you in this game is almost always a boss in the first place.
It is already done, guardsman.
This is a withdrawal.
Those are exactly the same in groups.
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support.
I swear true solo spawns are just different to squad ops. It's always melee warriors or all snipers, almost never in a mix. Well, the game prioritizes things that are dangerous for you, and when you're by yourself, you're the only modifier to the game, you know? So, like, let's say you're a melee class, it's like, here's a bunch of range spam for you. That's why bulwarks get neurotropes endlessly. Hey, FTG, what do you consider to be the overall best weapon slash build for Vanguard? He's the last class I have to level. For Vanguard, bolt carbine.
Hive
Marksman or automatic are both top tier on him. Instigator is also very good, just less ammo efficient. His best build, Zone of Impact. His easiest build, Tenacity. And Tenacity Shockwave is his best Tenacity build because that gives you the most value per kick. Though collateral damage is pretty good too, if you want to do like one-shot damage. But you almost one-shot, so the thing about the diving kick in this game is diving kick already does like, what? 290 damage on a single trigger of Tenacity. And a Tier 2 Warrior's 308 HP, so you're almost one-shotting them off a single Tenacity trigger. So the only thing collateral damage is really helping you with is Extremis and bosses. But and Shockwave as a perk, it will apply half of the damage of Tenacity, so like 140 damage, 143 damage or so. Do everything in a 5-meter radius, which will one-shot. That's over half the HP of a Chaos Spawn. It's almost half the HP of a Tier 2 Warrior. If you take that Inner Fire, you're putting out stupid amounts of free damage all the time. Like, even on a normal diving kick, it's like a 50 free damage, which is going to be wiping out Hormagaunts as well. Goodbye, Faithing, for the joining on the Depths of Stardews.
The Xenos infestation. Step behold this abominable Xenos champion.
I've never seen such atrocity.
Give the hive beast a
I heard when the Hellbrute is out and about to hit you with a beam, it is better to run to it than a way to dodge. Well, with the beam, if you're talking about the gigantic like AoE he does, where like he shoots a gigantic super green line, he will lock in his shot before he actually fires it. So if you, let's say, if I go like hard left while the beam is tracking me and he's staring like this, he'll lock in and shoot it that way. If you move to the opposite direction immediately after, it won't hit you. Or it'll barely hit you. Just don't go to the Prometheus school running away from it and run a straight line. That's the only thing. If you guys are days going, what do you think about the Oculus Bull Carbine? It's not a very strong weapon anymore. It's okay. It's just if you're playing Vanguard and you want a medium range weapon, you're just better off taking the Marksman Carbine or the Instigator. If you want a close range weapon, you're better off taking the fully automatic carbines or the Combi Flamer Carbine. And if you want a long range weapon, I don't know why you're playing Vanguard. That's sure shit ain't the Oculus.
This will sustain me in my
You think there's some confusion? Do you think Chaos Siege will come with patch 15? Well, we already know it will.
take flight.
But yes. Was it confirmed by Saber? Yes. I mean, you can already see in the game code that it's ready for patch 15. Now, personally, I think Chaos Siege is supposed to come out in patch 13.
The world this Xenos sought to pursue now pursues
Because if you look at the original roadmap, there was supposed to be a new Siege map in like patch 14, or I should say, it was supposed to be, well, it was supposed to be patch 15. Patch 15 was supposed to be the end of year 2, not the start of year 3. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. They dropped their new Chaos, the new Siege mode rework with no new map or anything at all. So it sounds like the initial plan was like drop the Siege map, give them a tiny patch, and then in like July, August, give them that big new patch.
I am the righteous Lord. The jump pack review. Don't let that one come to
the best assault build to grind levels? Look at my leveling guide for all the classes. That'll answer all those questions.
Your reign of terror is ended.
Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
Jump back with you.
If you're not gonna boss fight, this sounds kind of lame. So many fucking snipers. Dude, this patch actually is sniper hell. I feel like ever since Tech Ring came out, it's been nothing but snipers.
Xenos hunger is safe. Avenging angel.
I found your Twitch, all your videos are great. Thanks, man.
That pitiful Xenos is but no holy blood. Avenging angel will dispose of you.
FTG, if you have the chance to play any games 11th edition 40k yet? Nope, but I probably never will. I only have time to play the tabletop usually. But long ass times, like, 4 hours, like, a couple hours per game, and doesn't interest me. I never liked the tabletop 40k all that much. It's like a tabletop game. I much prefer card games. I like the universe far more than the miniatures. Though, well, I should say the miniatures are cool, like painting them, but like actually playing the game, I don't fucking care at all. We'll try the new Gears that comes out. Nope, doesn't interest me at all. I don't really play games besides Space Marine 2. In fact, I don't play any games besides this and Dark Tide, really. Until War 40k when it comes out.
Reinforcements will not provide them relief. The world this Xenos sought to pursue now pursues.
You got your control sheets for PC. Everything's vanilla except the ADS, which is just a mouse for. Space Marine 2's vanilla controls were pretty good except for the aim.
Pay no heed to its lurking shadow. We are the hunters here.
Tell us a report.
The vile Xenos slinks through the shadows. It will not escape judgment.
Tell us you cut out. Vox signal negligible. Jamming, most likely.
The devious tricks of this creature will not deter us.
There we go.
The Imperium Tower, rise it, my airborne men! pitiful Xenos was but the horror. The foolish beast thinks it will escape above ground, but it will
What's
not
up, Ravine?
evade my reach.
Space Marine 2 is trash on PS5. No FOV view on it. I mean, there was no FOV on PC for a long time
Here is seven.
as well. Many months.
Prepare yourselves.
I mean, if you're going to take gaming seriously, you're probably not going to play on a console in most cases either. Not that PCs are cheap these days, though, so don't forget that.
Demands your firm gaze.
Thanks to data centers. Can't afford a PC if I take gaming seriously. In times past, I'd say yeah, but I think like you can definitely make cheap PCs and play these games, but definitely not like it used to be. Not that like Space Marine 2 runs well on on most PCs anyways.
Xenos hunger is insatiable, but the Imperials. Rejoice! We have more punishment to mete out. My skin crawls with the alien's thoughts.
What do I do on this thing?
Me as an angel of death. I am the righteous Lord.
So much armor regen periods. Do not even care.
Another alien falls to the Imperials. Jump back, refueler. Take flight and let terror fall.
Armor reinforcement has been kind of trivializing this boss since like the beginning of the game. Can't say we have the fastest clear speed ever on this weapon, but
Avenging angels, you expose.
and there we go. But there we go. That's a Deathcraft Power Fist. I think it's fucking easy mode in this game. Alright guys, that is all from me for now. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy, guys. I'll be back on patch 15 is pretty close, like a month away, so get hyped for that. But that is all for today.